Aye, who the hell am I kidding? I don't know why I fit in. Tell them hate a good ridden. Tell them hate a good ridden. Who the hell am I kidding?
Welcome, good people, as always, to another episode of the Bruce Leroy Bar Report. This is episode 17, to be exact, with the homie, Ricky Taylor.
Yeah, my boy.
Absolutely. How you doing today, my guy?
I'm great.
Good to have you on the show, man. Chop it up. Talk about that music thing, that producing shit you got going on, and much more, man. So, as always, man, we just get straight into the name, the backstory. I know you got a different name for it. Is it more so for producer?
Like
so
the art side, the NSGTS, that's the Instagram handle. We still trying to like work on that. The management, we trying to get that part out, but
yeah, just get your, like I said, your story and your upbringing on music, how you became the producer you are today, man.
Sure. Bro. So, Ricardo Taylor Jr.
Yes, sir.
For those don't know the full name, but I go by Ricky Taylor. It really all started back in Anderson, Indiana, bro. Like really where I just discovered like drums at a young age, like in my grandpa's church. And like I just remember from times like people just telling me stories when I was a kid, hopping on drums, and they would be trying to get me off the drums. And my grandpa was like, "Let that boy be
let him play
on drums."
Yeah.
And then whenever I was with my mom's family, my grandpa was a trustee on the trustee board at another church. So like he was always constantly at that church, or I was literally like between that, it was like Anderson High School, Second Baptist, and then you had the rec. And if I wasn't at the rec, cause my uncle Michael, like he was my cousin, really, he wasn't my uncle, cousin Michael.
Still
B.
fan, huh?
Yeah. He'd be out there, I'll be out there hooping all the time. But if I wasn't there, bro, I was at Second Baptist or Church upon the Rock. At Church upon the Rock was my grandpa's church.
Nice.
So either or I was banging on drums. Like, bro, either way, it was like I was like trying to be with my grandpa. So if it wasn't for my grandpa, it's like I feel like that's like the backstory of everything. But I remember one Christmas, my grandpa, my mom's dad, he bought me like the PlayStation, bro. It was like the PlayStation.
The original.
The original. And at the time, when he got it for me that Christmas, he got me like a couple games. It was, I remember he got me, it was mostly like sports, like NBA Live, nothing crazy at the time. I didn't know nothing. I didn't even know about the other games.
We talking like 96, 97 though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
early.
And people are like, what is he talking about? PlayStation? And it's crazy because I just saw a picture recently when I was on Tumblr. But I remember my grandpa took me to a toy store, and he always would buy me like games. Let me get games. And PlayStation had this game called Music Generation or something like that. And like you can literally make beats like on the PlayStation. And like literally that was like the first step for like introducing me to like, oh, you can like program and like do music and loops and like stuff like that. And that was crazy. That was a mind-blowing experience. I forgot what year that was, but around that time. And it was crazy like at the time, because I was just with my grandparents a lot. I had like older uncles, and like my dad's side of the family, it's a lot of boys, a lot of brothers. But at the time, I was with like my grandparents a lot. Like my grandpa, he would listen to jazz. I listened to like, that's where I would get the jazz influence from him, like from my dad, from that side. And then what's crazy, my grandpa, he would listen to more church. He would listen to more church music, but he would listen to more like the sermons. So like, what's crazy, like I would hear like live. It's crazy, like, cause I would like I want to go back and listen to some of his tapes from like sampling some of that, but like I get some of that from him listening to like documentaries. He'll just listen to like different documentaries and stuff like that, and just peep that. But back to the that it was just back to the PlayStation game. That was like the first thing that I can like basically program in Sonic, and them beats was trash. I couldn't imagine what they sounded like if I heard them now. There was a way I can get to that memory card, bro. That would be crazy. But that was like the first
megabyte.
Megabyte. That was the first step, and then like they would always take me to music stores, but then that side of the family, like if I'm gonna talk about my mom's side for right now, my grandpa, he'll be heavily jazz. And my mom, she loves Prince, bro. So like I'm listening to like I'm hearing Prince and different all that side in the house, and then in the back of the house is a keyboard back in the backyard. Not in the backyard, I said the backyard.
In the back of the crib.
The back of the crib is a keyboard. So I'm listening, like we going back there playing with it. And he know, like we done like hit on that keyboard so many times. Like they picked, like my mom was crazy, played on that keyboard too.
So your mom was on that?
Yeah, a little bit while she was
nice.
doing that. And her brother, he did his like little DJ thing. What's crazy, like he had a PlayStation too. That was the only reason why I got the PlayStation. And when I got that Generation disc, what's crazy, like at the time my uncle, he used to live somewhere in Indy, but like he had this back room, bro, and like he had like nothing but like vinyls and like DJ equipment. Oh, I like the board. I used to have it set up over there, but like the old, back in the day, there's turntables. Now that would be like the first room I would go to. Like literally every time I come to his house, I'll be begging to go there, to be in there. And what's crazy to this day right now, like his crib down in like Lafayette, he has literally like this whole wall full of vinyls, and like I'm like always on his head about them.
You need some of them.
Like he be on my head about it too. I need to come down there, but that room, and I would take that that Music Generation game, and I would just always go play that in the Crash, and like those are like the two games that I had.
Oh yeah, Crash Bandicoot.
NBA. But besides that, like we just very heavily jazz influenced. I remember just like being in the car, and I can like I'll be breaking down, like just listening. My sister be in the back singing, and we'll be arguing, like, be quiet. Like, no, let her sing.
Right.
But then it'd be so funny. But then like when I'm switch over to my dad's side of the family, bro, it's so many of us, like my ears was just like always open, like not to be like, you always remember what you listen. Like they always say when you're kids, your ears always, you adapt to hear everything. But I was literally like doing that, like listening to everything.
Different genres everywhere.
My mom, like, not to go back, but like not to forget, like my mom introduced me to like Earth, Wind and Fire as a kid, like just like what she loved and listened to.
Way before our generation,
like
so
I'm
the stuff they was
listening to
instilled
that, and then like my dad, he was like Cameo and like Zach. All them, and I'm listening to hearing just all that, and like I remember as a kid, like I don't know where we was doing it, somewhere in Fishers, but like I forgot what. Matter of fact, it was the Babyface, like in the Cool, and my dad, like I wanted to go in the store, he wouldn't let me come in because he knew I would just go like wander off.
Right.
I remember he copped that, and like he was like
that single.
The album.
The album, okay.
See,
I'm thinking of the single of it,
Cool,
but
that single. That's the single on that. I forgot what the album. I think the album somewhere called like The Cool or something.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
But like I remember, he had an ear different. He listened to different, different genres, different years. He listened to. I'm hearing that, and then at the same time, I'm hearing. Just crazy like Fred Hammond and just John P. Key and just crazy, just like
just different eras of music,
like gospel 90s. Like I just remember just being like around here. Like when we didn't first move up here till like I think it was like third grade.
Okay. So you have been in Indianapolis area a little bit,
I was
bit
in
time.
Indy area, like first, second, like around that area. I just, I remember, me and my uncle, like DT that passed, rest in peace. Just like being with him, and like he would just be opening my ears to Pac for one moment, to then to Scarface, and then to like we back to listen to like E40, like
nice.
Just different genres.
You get flavors at every coast.
Yeah, just different coasts and just like down south and like if I was with like the Baby Boy, like it's crazy. It's just like because I was like literally me and him was just talking about it. My brother, he was just talking about like how all of them have different ears. They all different when it comes to music, because you can tell somebody so much from like their playlist and what they listen
yeah, for
to.
sure.
It's
Absolutely.
like it's crazy. That's where you can really, music is that one universe.
Bring everybody together, connect everybody.
Connect everybody. But I just remember just being with just different uncles, just hearing different, just listening to different things, just hearing different things and worlds of different music. And I just was also crazy. I was just thinking from the first time when I moved up here, probably like third grade. I remember we just moved in like this street where my parents bought the house. Nowhere crazy, but I remember like they had this Christmas party and this girl played like the Beatles for the first. I think that was like the first time I heard like the Beatles. Like when I moved up here, it was random because like I've never heard that type of music before.
For sure.
And so
Different.
when I just like that was brand new to me when I heard that and just different like Humphreys McGree, like just different.
Oh yeah,
like when I moved
Humphreys
up here,
McGee, yeah.
Third grade, I was just like hearing different bands and it was crazy, bro. Like I'm not to be like, oh, that's crazy, but like it really was because it was just like a different universe changed once we moved. Because once we moved up here, I wasn't like another like only family we really had was I think my grandma moved. She didn't move right with us, but it was eventually she did. But once we moved up here, I wasn't around.
Yep.
You know, a lot of people, but
it was just instilled in you
music,
from a young age.
it was like it was just always there. I felt like it was always there, just like a ball was always there. Because I always was fascinated by. I wanted to be like a low key, bro. I wanted to be like a basketball player before. Not even that, bro. What's crazy? I wanted to be, which is fried. I wanted to be down there Secret Service. I thought that was so tight. Like growing up, I was like, bro, they out here.
But to
like,
to go from that to a producer
like,
now,
producer music, like, because I wanted to play every sport. You know, I wanted to do like, you know, Mike did baseball, tried that. I was like,
nah,
I did
not
soccer,
for me. Yeah,
football, everything. But I always knew that music was always there because like I taught myself how to play drums. I just, you know, and like I wish I can still go back. People always ask me, do I know how to read? And I really don't, but I feel like I just always was like,
it was a passion.
Yeah, it was just right there. It was a passion.
But that's dope. It's dope to see because at the same time, it's like, it's always like a story behind it. Everybody has a different story, but like the family thing of it where it's like you almost had no choice but to listen to this music or this music, and it just kind of took you to where you are now. But yeah, that's dope, man. Just having that energy at a young age.
Yeah, and even at that young age, I really wasn't even like to be honest with you, I didn't even know like how they were doing that stuff when I was like hearing rap songs and stuff like that. Like I remember we would also just sneak and listen to like stuff with like my parents. Like when my parents would go in the store, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna stay in the car, and I'll just turn on something.
Turn on the radio.
But like, I
something
didn't.
Different.
At that time, I didn't know like, oh, this was what they were doing. I was like, oh, that's tight. You know, when I was very young, but I didn't think it didn't really click to me like once I hit high school, and I was like, oh, okay,
absolutely,
that's tight.
So when you got to high school, was like the producing shit was on the table, or
it wasn't on this table at first. To be honest with you, bro, like I was just really just like playing drums, bro, just still playing drums. Like I was playing drums at like at my pop's church, bro, and like really when we first got here to South Bend, bro, like I say all the time, like I feel like South Bend has like the greatest. I just hit the mic. I feel like South Bend has the greatest musicians in the world. And
shout out to
when we first got here, my pops got a church. And he still has a church. It's over on the south side of Mount Carmel. It was just so many musicians that came through those doors, bro. Like, there's so many I can name, bro. And it was just like every one that came through, I was just right there as a kid. Like like I said, we didn't move here till third grade, and I was trash when I was like, I was nowhere near good. Like, I'm still not. I can do my thing, but
you can always get better. You can always elevate more.
It really always started with the drums, but like just so many musicians that came through those doors, bro. Like it was just so many like great musicians. Like I just was just tapped into just at a young age, and like my pops really like he don't even know really. I think he don't know that, but I think he does. But
he gonna know after this one. He gonna know.
It's so many like from when we was at the old church, bro. Like I miss it so much. Like back in the day, like it was like church concerts everywhere. Like it was so many great choirs here, so many great like bands. Like it was like you used to look forward to that. Like I mean. not to be like we was in church every day as a kid, so like it was like, oh, okay, yeah, I gotta hear this, but like be honest, like the music was fire and the choir was fire, and it was just like always something that was just like, oh my god, it was just something that touched. But it was just concerts everywhere growing up. I feel like, and a lot of people used to do concerts at our church, our old church, and it was just like a gold mine. I felt like the best thing ever. Just being around so many great musicians, and still to this day, there's churches here. There's still some great choirs and musicians here.
Well, it's dope to see what it became, man.
Yeah,
the
bro.
production,
Still, like a lot of people that are like. I mean, I feel like I can't even lie. I can't even never neglect that either, because that's just something that is part of the story too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, like, it's part of the journey, man.
Yeah, that's definitely part of the journey. It's part of the process. I don't think it really didn't hit. What's crazy, like I stopped really playing for the church once I graduated. Not all the way, but I stopped playing like once I wasn't living here no more. So I was in Iowa. That's where. Well, first when I went to college, I was in North Carolina, bro. And like, what's so funny? I remember my grandma bought me a red Dell, and I was so mad because I'm petty, but like she bought all them Macs, and like I love my granny to death, but I remember they was like, no, you gotta get the Dell. I was like, oh, what? And I was like, all right, that's cool. For sure. It's still sitting at the crib, but it's so much stuff on that computer I wish I could work. But that was like the first computer that like really started everything once I graduated in 2009. Moved to North Carolina, bro. Was in the heart of Charlotte, bro. It was crazy. That's like a whole 30 for 30 experience that like people don't even really know about. It was crazy. I went to like NC Tech, and it, like that has a whole backstory. That's crazy. It was basically, long story short, but it was like a coach that was really just scamming and like so much.
One of those.
Like, with college, bro. It was crazy, bro. We was all like, it was. I loved it, but at the same time, it was crazy. But we was all over the East Coast. But like, it really started. We was in Charlotte, bro. East side, off of Independence, and like, I had two roommates from Florida, Charlotte, and then one from South Carolina. But we was just all like, everybody loved music and stuff. Everybody, we on a football team. Everybody rapping, freestyling, doing stuff.
Locker room shit,
yeah,
all that,
bro, all that. So we, I remember like a couple dudes like they knew how to work Fruity Loops. I had it on there bro. What's crazy? I'm tweaking. I gotta go back. I gotta go back to go there before high school. Like, cause I gotta put Sin cause me and Sin knew Alonzo.
Yeah, shout out to Sin.
We done known each other for a minute. He was really one of the first people too. When I think when I met him, cause we used to go to church, and everybody used to be kicking it tight, heavy back then. But like I was probably middle school, and he was way older. But like he used to be on the beats heavy. And he was like, the first one that introduced me to like FL and stuff like that. And what's crazy, I saw him like when he like what's crazy that whole time period is like when he first moved. Mm-hmm. So like I was probably like when a sophomore, like I forgot what grade I was. He moved to Cali, but like that was like one of the first people like, okay, I was interacting to be. So when he moved, like I'm just like figuring out stuff like
trying
myself.
To figure out for yourself, yeah.
Like I remember like going back to just the high school era of me. I'm just listening to a lot. That's when like what's crazy is he introduced me to like the cool kids that really like changed my life. I feel like when it comes to another side, he was like Chuck English is one of those producers that from the cool kids that made me start becoming a producer. But Alonzo introduced those guys to me and a couple and Little Brother, and like I remember when he was talking about that on his I remember he came back and like put me onto that too.
Yes, sir.
Like that was like I'm tweaking because I had to go back and mention that. Like that was like one of the first starts too. And I remember, bro, I went to St. Joe to be like my high school, like old St. Joe, to be A1 because everybody's like, what high school you go to? Like,
St. Joe.
Yeah, I went there. So like, bro, I was like, my parents, if they ever see this, I'm like, oh my God, we paid all this money. But like, I was definitely terrible. But I was terrible in a cool, fun way. I was going like skipping to like some of my favorite teachers. Like I was always in the art department. If anybody always wanted to tell you, it was crazy. I didn't get no like art classes till like my juniors and senior year. I
end
couldn't
of
even
it.
get to like my sophomore freshman year because my grades wasn't the greatest. But yeah, bro. I was always in the art department and like I remember I had a couple of teachers. I had Koo Harriet, which everybody probably knows, Koo Harriet, and Mrs. Coleman. Um, this is probably like this is like around the graduation era, like Kanye and like I remember just going in those classrooms, just like because those was like she had the graphic design class, so I'm in like the computers, I'm downloading, listening
Right.
to the music, and just taking music from that and just hearing that. And at the same time, I don't own no equipment, none of that stuff. Like I'm just like, man, it's crazy. And then it was also crazy. My defensive back coach, not defensive back. I'm fried. I was not defensive back. I was defensive line, but the defensive coordinator. He was one of the people that really introduced me to Madlib at the time.
Yeah.
And obviously Sin had introduced me to Dylan and stuff, and it was just I'm just listening to like that high school era, and at the same time listening. To be honest, I was in love with the South too heavy.
Yes, sir.
Like this is like the the
Franchise,
franchise,
franchise
all
boys,
that
yeah.
era, and
Lil Jon,
Crunk era.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, bro. Like high school was cool, but like I still was trying to figure out like how to make beats. I was still trash though. I wasn't. I was best at drums. What's crazy. It's so backwards now. I'm trash at the drums, but I'm pretty good.
But you're good at making beats now.
But I was terrible. But like back to that, like I graduate, I moved to North Carolina. We're down there. We're just freestyling, making beats, not even doing stuff really. Playing football. I seen like the down south legends that come through. Charlotte. I seen like Gucci and all them like
Nice.
just like like I forget what those homecomings was called because it's a school right there too. But fast forward, I moved from there, came back for a little bit here, then I went back to. That's when I went to Iowa.
Nice.
And I was really playing football then. Like I went to a what was it, JUCO. I went to a JUCO.
Junior college.
Yeah, I went to Northern. Where did I go? I'm fried for not knowing because it's so long. Northern Iowa's in college. Iowa Central. I went to Iowa Central. It was crazy, bro. That's where Kane Vasquez went. Kane, the dude that's
Kane Vasquez.
Yeah, like it's him and the couple.
The names sound familiar.
I just saw that he was in trouble recently. He got some crazy. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I went there, and then after that, like I wasn't even like. What's crazy? I was trying to do music then. At the time, low key was like the same thing. I'm getting frustrated and playing, but I'm still loving football at the time, and so I'm just playing football. And when I transferred to UNI, I'm basically this is like when I'm like at the point right now where I'm just like, man, football is fun. I'm like in 2 days, like I'm doing my thing, I'm killing it. I also got to finish these online classes. At the same time, it's like, man, dude, I'm tired of this, like, football stuff I'm getting up every
What else
day.
can I do?
And, like, what's crazy, I played for a little bit my first season there, but I, like, remember I was like, man, I didn't finish one class, and I just, like, man, it was like, it's cool. I'm not going to play. Like, my parents, everybody was, like, disappointed, but I was just, like, more like, man, I don't know, I felt like a relief. What's crazy, I remember like having talks with a couple of dudes. I was like, man, it was this one dude. I was like, man, bro, I was just like telling him, I'm just like, yeah, bro. He's like, man, I believe you. He's like, bro, I mean, you do what you gotta do. It's cool, it's cool. And I was like, yeah, I feel you, bro. And it was crazy. School starts. I'm still kicking it with the football players. I'm down there not even staying in my dorms. I'm like kicking it like on the main strip, like behind the like gas station, sleeping on the couch. I'm couch surfing. Like at the time, bro, we just chilling, playing music. Listening to everything you can think of, whatever. Kicking it with like some of the basketball players, and like it's crazy how it happens. I'm like, it was one night randomly on the strip, and it was like this little hole in the wall bar called Library. And like I hear some drums. What's crazy in my ear? I hear some, and I ain't played drums for a minute. Like it always goes back to the
All
drums.
to the drums, absolutely.
I hear some drums and some dudes playing in this bar, and it's like a band, and like it's like they're just in there jamming, bro. And the bar is called like the Library. I go in there, I'm with the homies. They think I'm BSing, and I'm like, bro, I'm finna get on the drums. I'm finna kill. They like, you capping? I'm like, no, I'm dead ass. So I get on there, I play. And not even like on no like it was just like I just was like wasn't even on no crazy stuff. I was just keeping it solid, just staying in the pocket like drummers say. And like after that, like I just like some kids that was like that went to school. They was like, oh bro, that was tight. Like blah blah blah. Who's like and we get to talking, chopping it up. One of the girls, I didn't even like know who she was. She like told somebody else. So like it was like a couple of days go by campus. I like. They just tell me to come up to the music hall. So I'm just coming up there and like it's like a studio. I'm like, damn, I should have changed my major. I should have came to this studio, like should have been doing this. And fast forward, like I go in the studio and I see like the first time I seen one really was like the machine, which I use. And like basically I kept playing the drums and keep linking up with them, and like I kept telling them like, man, that's really what I want to do. Like, just figure out, learn how to use that stuff. And they was like, well, you should switch your major. And I tried, and it was like basically too late. I didn't end up going back. But what's crazy, bro? Like, I said all this to say, which is so much, but one of the people, like, they know who they are, and like it's crazy. Like, they helped me get like the white machine that I got, and like I saw Alonzo had one. And then like that's where
you got the MPC,
like,
right?
No, just the first the machine, the micro.
Oh, okay.
And so like that's right when I first came back from Iowa. Like I came back, it was probably like 2012, 13, something around there. I like, bro, they sent me like little cash to do it, bro, because they knew I was like, because I didn't come back, bro. I didn't come back. What's crazy, I had all my stuff still in my dorms. My dad was like, well, since you ain't going back, you might as well just forget. I was like, no, we going back. I'm finna get some of that stuff. So some people was like, why you ain't come back? I was like, damn.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But then, like, bro, a couple of homies from like that music department, like, they like send me some cash, and like I never even like if they see this, I never even told my parents this. I always said like I saved the money. I lied. Cause I remember to this day, my pops took me to the Guitar Center to get it. He was like, "Where'd you get this money from?" I was like, "Oh, you know, I saved it up." He was like, "Oh, okay." It was about at the time the micro was probably like it was something, but it wasn't that crazy. But yeah, I said all that to say that's really when it all started. Is when the like group of kids, my peers the same age, they like sent me some cash and I got the micro and then was in my room, and ever since then I just just figure it out and learn it. Yeah,
that's cool.
That's really how it all started.
Fire story for sure. Because it's always one, but everybody has an interesting story. So let's get into top 5 influential producers to you.
It's too many. For me,
top 5. You want to go with 3? You want to do 3?
That's even tough. I'll go 5.
Okay, for sure.
We could do like 25. There's so many great producers out there, man. This is no particular order either.
For sure. Nobody's above the other.
Yeah. Man. Put me on the spot, bro. This is tough.
We got questions over here, man. We got good ones.
I would definitely go. I'm gonna do this because people like, what's your top 5 NBA? Like, I'm gonna take Michael. Dilla's Michael. Dilla's the GOAT. I'm gonna take Dilla out, like, cause like Dilla, everybody's in Dilla's top 5. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take Dilla out, and I'm gonna take Dilla out. All right, dang. I'm gonna bring it. My top. Okay, I'm gonna put Ye, of course.
Okay.
People don't really know. Dang. Do you know who like one of Dilla's favorite producers is?
No, sir. But this is your top though.
This is crazy, yeah. Okay, because I was like, man, because P Rock is the guy. Like when it comes, and that's like one of people don't know that's like one of Dilla's favorite. If you listen to, you can kind of see where he got it here and there, but like man.
So Ye, Rock.
I'm gonna take Rock out because I'm gonna go Ye. I'm gonna go Neptunes as a whole. Gotta go. I'm gonna put Alchemist for sure.
Okay.
What is that?
That's 3. You got 3. Yeah.
I'm gonna put the Luke Digger for sure. Mad Lib.
Mm-hmm.
One more, right?
Yep.
What did I say? Let me think. Damn,
So
I
you
gotta
got
put.
Rizzy,
I
you
gotta
got-
put 40. I gotta put 40.
Okay. For sure. That's solid.
I gotta put 40.
That's solid. Yeah. That's a solid. And it's your list, like I said, bro. So
Yeah,
that's solid.
Okay.
Let's go with 3 essentials you need when it comes down to cooking a beat in the area. It could be whatever.
I need headphones for sure.
Okay.
I like cooking up in headphones. It's Friday. I like to have certain TV shows on.
Okay.
Well,
So like background noise.
Yeah, I like to have some on TV shows on, and then sometimes I definitely. What I do often? I'm trying to think. Somebody asked me this question the other day. I was just trying to think, like, man.
Shit, you got the headphones.
Process,
you got the
like the
TV
headphones,
show.
the TVs,
And then one more. It could be whatever. A type of
I like
juice,
to
a type
have
of
Miles.
snack.
I like to have my dog Miles is right there. Miles hears a lot of heat, bro.
Shout out to Miles. Shout out to
Miles hears a
Miles.
lot of heat.
Yes,
He's
sir. That's fire. That's fire, though.
co-producer. Yeah.
See, that's the first time somebody mentioned they
Bro.
pet. But that's cool, though.
Bro,
That's
I got
cool.
it.
You know
My
what I'm
man
saying?
hears a lot of. His name Miles Davis.
I was going to say, it had to be
Shout out
after
to
one of the
his
greats.
His mom's name on that.
Definitely. I like it, man. I like it. We also do rapid fire questions over here, this or that. So throw a couple at you. 10 beats from Jay Dilla, 10 beats from Alchemist.
Oh man, you feel me on the spot. I've been heavy on my boy Bodie, so I'm gonna have to put Great Adventures. All right, I'm gonna do Alchemist first.
Okay. So Alchemist is either one. Either getting 10 beats from Jay
either
Dilla
one?
or getting 10 beats from Alchemist.
Damn. I wish this was like drink champs.
Take a shot.
Take a shot, bro. Like, oh man. If I was like, that's crazy because people don't even know.
You got one. You got one, bro.
I'm nice with it here and there. I'm nice. Man.
Right now, this moment.
If I was like at this moment, bro, it would have to be Dilla, of course, but man, I was on a roll right now, bro. Alchemist is going crazy right now.
Okay.
Like, I feel like
So respect the Alchemist,
if I locked in with Alchemist right now, if I was one of those like guys, if I knew, you know what I'm saying? If I was one of them, like if I was a rapper right now, a rapper, like if you can get bars, like bro, what? I would love to hear Wayne go get 7 tracks. Like Wayne been killing everything he's been on lately, but like imagine a Wayne and Alchemist, like just like I don't know what some of these rappers be doing, but I don't get me wrong, I like trap rap too. Don't get me wrong.
So you going Dilla?
I would have to go with Dilla because it's just like it's Dilla.
It's Dilla. That's cool. I like it.
It's crazy, but don't like Alchemist is right there.
You gotta respect him. Yeah.
I would have to get it would have to be it had to be like. I'm gonna have to get 3 from Al and the rest. I'm gonna do like Common did with the B, like how like everything is yay, but then it's that one Dilla track. So it would have to be like down there. It would have to be all Alchemist and just have that one Dilla that's just like that Dilla shining
cool.
moment.
I can get with that. That's cool. So 9 and 1.
Crazy, because bro, it's just like. Both of their sounds is just so different.
That's why I threw the question because I know, bro. Let's go with Death Row Records, Bad Boy.
Deep down in your heart, listen. Deep down in your heart, niggas know. Listen.
But Snoop got Death Row now, though.
No, but listen though. Deep down in your heart, bro. I love And that goes back to like my uncle, bro. Like, just I love G-Funk, the G-Funk era, bro.
So Death Row is
It just
no
has to be, and it's not like no. If we just going off of just like just the music, it's like don't get me wrong, like Bad Boy got classics over there. Don't get me wrong, but I just
Death Row. You resonate more a little bit with it,
side.
which is cool. Which is cool.
I
Death
love
Row.
Dre, bro. I love
Come on
Dre.
over to this side
yeah,
of you.
Dre.
Miles Davis or John Coltrane.
Man, I'm gonna have to you did me again.
Hey man, that's what it's about over here, bro. Like I want you to be like, damn.
Damn. I'm gonna have to go Miles Davis, bro.
Okay.
I love him.
Respectable.
Yeah, Miles is a character.
Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood.
I just watched Boys in the Hood yesterday too. That's crazy. While I was making the beat, I like to have movies on too. Like I like to throw movies on too.
So that's what you're going with, Boys in the Hood?
No, I'm gonna go. Hold on, Men's Society is crazy too though. I love Boys in the Hood because everybody. I heard it all my life, you know. So
yeah,
I'm gonna have to. Menace to Society is a classic too. I don't. You know what's crazy though? I don't understand like Ricky. I don't know why Ricky put his head. Like I don't understand why he did what he did. Like first of all, like he should have never like said let's split up. That was dumb. Y'all should have stood together.
Paying too much attention to the lotto to scratch off too, nigga.
I didn't understand. Like bro, you wasn't for like bro. What's also crazy, bro? If Ricky never went. Ricky did go to he had to go to the store.
Right.
It wasn't like he couldn't be like, yo, I couldn't go to the store. You had to because the baby needed something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But his mama tried to, like, you got your test scores.
Yeah.
If Ricky would have saw them test scores before he took that walk, because you remember what he said on that walk, he said, shit, he was about to say, forget the league, I'm finna just go to the Army. Like, bro, I guarantee if he would have just saw them test scores, his whole mood would have changed.
The whole movie in itself would have been.
Like he was just like Ricky went out like
Doughboy wouldn't have got killed.
Yeah, Doughboy.
All that.
Doughboy got killed
2 weeks after.
Yeah, bro. It was like man, Doughboy got killed. Doughboy was low key tweaking though. He should have hurried up and got back in the car. But it's all good, man.
Sure. So we going Menace.
I'm gonna go. Boys.
You gonna go Boys in the Hood? Okay, I like that. That's cool. They both respectable in their own lane. You know what I'm saying?
They both did some fried.
Yeah, it was some off the wall shit. But
two classics though, two hood classics for sure.
The OJ's and Temptations. This the last one.
I'm gonna have to go OJ. Well, no, they both from it. Damn, I'm gonna go to. I don't know.
That's a toss up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go OJ's because off of the no. I'm gonna go both.
That's cool.
You know what?
Let's go both on the last one. Fuck it. That's the first. That's the first for everything. Let's go both.
They both got some classics.
2022 is the year. I see you doing a lot of shit with a lot of different people. So let everybody know, man, what you got going on in 2022, and then as far as anything, man.
We just got a couple projects in the work, trying to just get stuff done.
Yeah.
Just try to get stuff out for the people, really.
Any shows, anything like that going?
Not right now that I know of any shows. We
just working.
Yeah, we're just working, bro. Yeah. That's really
as you can do.
That's all. That's what I like to do.
And from what I see too, it's like whenever I'm like peeping your shit, you working. You know what I'm saying? You're doing what you love to do, and it's working for you. So it's much appreciated, not from my end, but a lot of everybody that see that shit. So keep going, bro. Definitely, bro. Always like to give flowers as well. I just gave you your flowers, but I can give you some more, bro, because you deserve this shit, bro. At the end of the day,
yours too, bro.
You a staple in the community, bro. And it's like as a producer, as a person, as a someone you can say, oh, you want to come on the bar report?
Yeah, bro.
Bro, you always been solid with me, and you always been a solid person as well. So I always like to give you flowers, man, and show respect and all that, man, because. You never know, bro. Yeah, you never know.
Trips. Hey, we done
had some trips, bro. We
done talked about this. You definitely manifested everything you said you was doing.
We trying, bro. That's all we doing.
It was crazy. You said 2020. That's when we was when I had my little situation.
Bro, we was road tripping. Minor record stores.
Yeah. So what's crazy is like you definitely had an impact. Like that's when like everything was like hopefully just lock in 2020, got some, music, unexpected, worked with some unexpected artists, people that I didn't even, expect to work with.
Exactly. That's what it's about, man. We had the opportunity.
Yeah, bro. Definitely, bro.
The pandemic wasn't, fuck the pandemic. It ain't even a negative.
What's
we had the opportunity to do what the fuck we wanted,
pandemic,
man.
I know people, I try to look at everything positive at the end of the day. There's so much negative, you know what I'm saying?
That's it.
We can it's so easy to find negative. But I think the positive thing that ever happened was to the pandemic, was just made people work. You have to figure, you're going to be at home just doing what, you know what I'm saying? I just think I just took my craft serious. I just the homies.
Not even took it serious. You elevated that shit because you was already doing it.
Yeah, bro. I just was I had no choice. And I was just down for it. I had a little situation too. Yeah. Running, with the loss. So I had to sit down. I lost my L's for a little bit. So I couldn't go nowhere. So
it was what can I do? What productive can I do?
Bro, produce. I was literally the homie Miz and all them, they would pull up. They know, I was literally at the crib just making beats.
That's it.
Day. What Ye was doing, what he said. That was, and not to be what Ye was, because I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what he was saying, locked in them rooms, I'm not locked in the room literally, but I'm in a room, bro, by myself. I have I had no way to get I could have asked, I don't like asking what I'm saying, I had no way to move around. I wasn't trying to move around either, you know what I'm saying?
So it was right there, why not?
I got to, why not? You know what I'm saying? So.
And it's paid off, bro. We fast forward to 2022 and it's shit.
Yeah, it definitely, I would just say, it helped a lot, discipline, for sure.
Definitely. Before we get out of here, though, I want you to get the people your social tags, your music links, anywhere they can find you as a person and anything.
You can just find me on IG, NSGTS. I'm definitely working on. I don't know when are you putting this out. I'm definitely got something working.
Okay.
Special for people to listen to. You can still find me on streaming, but I'm mostly got produced. Jesus, the game.
Yes.
Sin, I got a couple tracks with him. I got a couple of tracks with the homie Rock Solid. This one right now, Double A down in Indy. Shout out to him.
That's crazy. Yeah, because I did a podcast on Rock Solid.
For real?
The little 7-track podcast.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, on the Talking Tunes.
What's crazy about that, what's crazy even about that, bro, that was just a generic, that was organic, just a relationship that just built up over just talking on social media. And I told him, for when people don't even probably know, for the people who don't know who I'm talking about, that's Chuck English' little brother. I told him, I was like, bro, one of your brother is one of the reasons why I produced and got into it. And
that's fire.
Yeah, that's fire. Yeah, but that came organically. That song, that was just a relationship. That's definitely one of the homies. I definitely can.
And it's still fire to this day. Ooh, that's a fire single.
Link up with him is when we tight. Whenever we can link up, and then I'm trying to definitely do some more stuff with Double A.
Yeah.
And it's coming. We got a song coming soon. I don't know when he planning on dropping that. And then Miz, we definitely working, bro. I'm definitely just in go mode right now.
Absolutely. It's going to keep going, too, man. I see it. I see the passion and all of it, bro. I've been seeing it.
Something with Dre coming to the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
He been spinning. We just, whoever really want to take it serious, bro. We really, whoever want to take it serious. I know everybody in the city doing their thing, and I love to see it. It's beautiful. I think it's the best.
I agree.
I ain't seen nothing like this ever here. And I've been here since, like I said, since the 3rd grade. And, Everybody coming together as a collective, man. Everybody's reachable. Yep. Everybody got, but at the end of the day, we all want the better goal, the vision.
Absolutely.
But I think it's definitely beautiful that everybody's, I love it though.
Me too. I love it. Yeah, I'm with it, bro. I'm with it for sure. 100%.
But yeah, bro, we just, like you said, at the end of the day, we just working, bro. Yeah. Just trying to get better.
Okay. As always, man, you got the homie.
Shout out to my boy.
Yeah. We actually had to get in front of this. So shout out to Tony, because we moved this couch over here for you, my nigga. But yeah, as always, good people. Man, I got Ricky Taylor once again, episode 17 of the Juicy Word Bar Report. Yeah, I like that. Shout out to the bro over there. We out, people. Peace.
Got the floating on it and forgot shit. When Smokey said it, I was coughing. Puff pass, I'm on offense. I run the circle like the option. Herschel Walker in concert. Women hate to get to know me.